Please subscribe, legend. Yes, all of you are legends. I mean, those who have subscribed.
Ancient Mesopotamia was a cradle of civilization. It was located in the region we now call the Middle East. Women in ancient Mesopotamia enjoyed many rights. They could own property and businesses. They could also participate in religious life. Their status varied over time and across social classes. This essay will explore the fascinating world of women in ancient Mesopotamia. We will look at their legal rights, social roles, and notable figures. Mesopotamian society was complex. It went through many changes over thousands of years. Understanding the lives of women helps us better understand this civilization. Their stories provide valuable insights into the past. Let's delve into the roles and rights of women in ancient Mesopotamia. Mesopotamian society was divided into distinct social classes. This hierarchy impacted the lives of women. At the top were the rulers and their families. Nobles and priests held positions of power. Scribes and craftspeople made up the middle class. Farmers and laborers formed the backbone of the economy. At the bottom were slaves who had few rights. A woman's place in this hierarchy significantly influenced her life. Elite women enjoyed greater privileges. They had access to education and luxury goods. Lower-class women faced more challenges. They worked hard to support their families. Despite these differences, women from all levels of society played vital roles. They contributed to the economic, religious, and social fabric of Mesopotamia. The Uruk and early dynastic periods were times of significant development in Mesopotamia. During these eras, women enjoyed a considerable degree of autonomy. They could own property and businesses. They could also engage in legal transactions. Evidence suggests that women played active roles in trade and commerce. The prominence of female deities in Mesopotamian religion also points to the influence of women during this time. Goddesses like Inanna, Ishtar, and Ninsun were highly revered. They represented important aspects of life, such as love, fertility, and war. The worship of these goddesses suggests that women held a respected place in society. They were seen as powerful figures worthy of veneration. The Akkadian and Ur-III periods saw the rise of powerful empires in Mesopotamia. Some scholars suggest that these political changes led to a decline in women's status. The increasing emphasis on military power may have elevated the role of men. However, evidence from this era is complex. While some rights might have been curtailed, women continued to hold influential positions. For example, Sargon of Akkad, the founder of the Akkadian Empire, appointed his daughter, Enheduanna, as the high priestess of the moon god Nanna. This prestigious role suggests that women still had access to power and authority. It's crucial to remember that historical interpretations can vary. More research is needed to fully understand the complexities of women's lives during this time. Section 5. Women in the Babylonian and Assyrian periods, maintaining influence. The Babylonian and Assyrian periods were marked by the rise of powerful city-states and empires. Despite the dominance of male rulers, women continued to play significant roles in society. They engaged in various professions, including weaving, brewing, and shopkeeping. They managed households, raised children, and participated in religious ceremonies.
Legal texts from this era, such as the famous Code of Hammurabi, provide insights into the lives of women. While these laws aim to regulate and control women's behavior, they also acknowledge their legal rights.
Women could inherit property, engage in business transactions, and even initiate divorce under certain circumstances. This suggests that despite societal constraints, women maintained a degree of agency and influence.
Section 6. Notable women of influence. Throughout Mesopotamian history, numerous women rose to prominence. These remarkable figures left their mark on politics, religion, and culture. One such woman was Queen Puabi of Ur, who ruled in her own right during the early dynastic period. Her lavish tomb, discovered in the 1920s, contained a wealth of artifacts, showcasing her power and status. Another notable figure was Kubaba, a tavern keeper who became the ruler of Kish. Her reign, though shrouded in legend, highlights the potential for women to break societal barriers and achieve positions of power. In later periods, women like Queen Sammu-Rammat of Assyria and Queen Mother Zakatu of Babylon played influential roles in politics and governance. These women, though exceptional in their achievements, demonstrate that women could and did hold positions of authority and influence in ancient Mesopotamia. Section 7. The Persian periods, continued equality. The Persian conquest of Mesopotamia in the 6th century BCE ushered in a new era. Under Persian rule, women continued to enjoy a relatively high status. The Persians had a more egalitarian outlook compared to some of the previous Mesopotamian cultures. Women were allowed to own property, engage in business, and even serve in the military. Legal documents from the Persian period indicate that women had the right to divorce and inherit property. They could also represent themselves in court and engage in legal contracts. This suggests that Persian rule brought about a certain level of legal protection and recognition for women's rights. Section 8. The decline of women's status. Unfortunately, the relative freedom and autonomy experienced by women in earlier periods began to decline after the Muslim Arab conquest of Mesopotamia in the 7th century CE. The introduction of Islam, a monotheistic religion with a patriarchal social structure, led to a shift in societal norms. Women's roles became more confined to the domestic sphere. Veiling and seclusion became increasingly common, particularly for upper-class women. While Islamic law did grant women some rights, such as inheritance and divorce, their social standing and autonomy diminished compared to earlier periods. Section 9. Conclusion. The legacy of Mesopotamian women. The story of women in ancient Mesopotamia is complex and multifaceted. While their status and roles varied across time and social classes, their contributions to society were undeniable. From queens and priestesses to merchants and artisans, women played vital roles in shaping Mesopotamian civilization. Their stories, though fragmented and often overlooked, provide invaluable insights into the past. By studying their lives, we gain a deeper understanding of the social, economic, and religious dynamics of this ancient world. The legacy of Mesopotamian women serves as a reminder of the diverse roles women have played throughout history and their enduring impact on human civilization.